Today I want to talk about a PC game that came out in '95 that if you look up right now on YouTube, it doesn't get very many good reviews. The game is very simplistic, the acting is not that great, and the music is just okay. This is not going to be a review. This is just my personal opinion of why I really enjoy playing Phantasmagoria. Let's get started. What's going on, guys, and welcome back. Before I start talking about Phantasmagoria, I want to talk a little bit about how I discovered this game. Like I said, the year was 1995, and I was at Walmart looking at all the SNES games, and I just so happened to pass the PC aisle. And upon passing the PC aisle, I saw this, Phantasmagoria. I thought, what the hell is this? Now, let me just explain something real quick. I think, yeah, in '95, I didn't know anything about like PlayStation or Resident Evil. I didn't even know that there was even a such thing as like survival horror. So when I saw this, I was looking at the back of the box and I saw all these awesome graphics. I thought, whoa. I was like, whoa, I want to play this game. But there's only one problem. I didn't have a PC. So I think it was like maybe was it a year later? No, it was later on that year that I got my first PC, which was a Hewlett Packard. I think I got it right before the summer started, somewhere around there. And then a couple of months later, I got Phantasmagoria for my 17th birthday. So I have a PC, I have Phantasmagoria, I go to install the game, and it doesn't let me. Because according to the box, I needed to have 8 megabytes of RAM to play the game. And my Hewlett Packard only had 4 megabytes of RAM. I was like, man, I didn't, like, back then, I didn't understand PCs. Like, I didn't really know nothing at all about them. I was like, okay, so what do I do? Apparently I have to upgrade the megabytes, or I have to upgrade my RAM. So I go get I think it was like 8 megabytes, an 8 megabyte stick, and put it in, thinking that I was gonna be able to get by with that, and no, it wouldn't let me. So another month goes by. Because you gotta remember, by this time, I don't have a job. I wasn't making no money whatsoever. I was living with my grandparents, and they were buying me all this shit. So I had to wait another month, because back then I think like 8 megabytes was like $50 or something like that. So another month goes by, and I got another 8 megabytes of RAM. And I installed them. Well, I did all the work myself on the PC. By then, I was like figuring out how to like install these sticks of memory, and I put a Sound Blaster card into my PC, you know, trying to be all cool and stuff. And I had 16 megabytes of RAM, and I thought, all right, that's what I need, or that's good enough to get me by, anyways, more than enough to get me by. And sure enough, I installed the first disc, or I put the first disc into the CD-ROM, and it installed, and I went on an adventure that I'll never forget.
Speak,
So like I said, it's a very simple game. It's just like a point and click adventure. And what you're doing is like, what I really love about this game, well, first of all, what you're doing is like, you're exploring this mansion. And that's what I really love about this game. It's like, I love the atmosphere that it takes place in. You're in this spooky mansion, you get to explore this whole mansion. Not only the inside, but you get to explore like the outside of the mansion, like around a cemetery. You get to go to like the town, and meet townsfolk. And while you're doing that, you're learning about this really horrible history that went on in this place. The mansion actually was owned by this magician named Zoltan. I think he was married. I think in the game he was married like 4 times, maybe 5, but like 4 times. In those 4 marriages, he ended up killing all of his wives. And this game is awesome. I don't care what anybody says about this game. This game has awesome cutscenes. So as you're discovering and exploring this mansion, you can like trigger cutscenes, and they'll show like Zoltan murdering his wives, and it's crazy. I love this game so much. I love this game so much. I remember seeing the first cutscene where Adrian is upstairs and she goes into a bedroom and she lays down in the bed and she falls asleep, and she starts having a nightmare of hands coming out of the bed and grabbing her, and she wakes up in terror. That is so awesome. I'd never, in a video game, had never seen that before. And I know I say that a lot about some games, but this is the first time that I've actually seen an FMV in my life, and I thought, wow, this is great. And it just made me want to play the game more and more and discover all these like little, what can you call them? Triggers to trigger the cutscenes or whatever. But yeah, as you're exploring, she's learning like the ugly history of Zoltan, and you see all these brutal like cutscenes of this guy just, I don't know how can I say, like, well, murdering his wives, basically breaking their necks. Slamming their heads into wine bottles.
To my dear husband. Here's to you.
No, here's to you, Victoria.
Oh, but wait, there's more. But I'm not gonna show them, because hopefully after watching this video, this might interest you to going out and actually playing this game. But here's the thing, you can't actually go out unless you have an OPC that has Windows 95. You can actually go out and physically purchase this game anymore. I mean, you probably can off of maybe eBay or Amazon. But like I said, you'd have to have like Windows 95 to play it. And there's some other stuff that I would like to show, but I can't, like a lovemaking scene with nudity and a rape scene. I can't show that on here because if I ever get monetized, showing that might get me demonetized. So I'd rather not show that. I'll let you guys discover that on your own. But yeah, I love this game so much that when I got my Sega Saturn a few years back, I was looking up some games and I found this. Phantasm! What? It's Phantasmagoria. Apparently, Phantasmagoria came out in Japan for the Sega Saturn. And I thought, I needed to get this. So I ordered it from Japan a few years back. It took like 3 weeks to get here, but when I finally got it, I popped it into my Sega Saturn. And I don't have like a North American Sega Saturn. I have a Japanese Sega Saturn that only plays Japanese games. And man, this is awesome box art. Look at this. And it's got like, everything's like in Japanese and stuff. This thing will focus. Whatever, but like, I popped it in and everything's in Japanese. Well, pretty much everything. The voice acting anyways. And I pretty much know what to do on this game. I've finished this so many times. But here's the thing. I wanted to go through this game. So what I did was I got my old PC out. Or an old laptop that my cousin gave me. And I popped the first disc in. And I was syncing them up side by side and playing them together. So I was like, I knew what they were saying by watching the English version, and I was like pointing and clicking at the same time to like certain areas. The only thing is, this one has more content to it than this one does, but this one, the PC version, looks way more superior than the Sega Saturn version. This one just looks like really grainy, where this one like looks like super clear. So yeah, I love Phantasmagoria. And then a year later, this came out. Phantasmagoria 2, A Puzzle of Flesh. But guess what? I have never played this game. You know why? Because I never had a PC that was able to run it. That sucks. I've had this game for so long and I've never been able to play it. But there's good news, ladies and gentlemen. A buddy of mine was telling me that if you go on Steam, you can get Phantasmagoria and Phantasmagoria 2 for like $4 a piece, or maybe even $3 a piece. I haven't done it yet. I need to, because I want to play Phantasmagoria again. Did I just say Phantasmagoria? I want to play Phantasmagoria again and Phantasmagoria 2. So I'm gonna do that, and I was gonna do that, but guess what? I got on Steam, and I have a Steam account, but it's been so long since I've used it, I forgot my password. Why? Why, Phantasmagoria? Don't you want me to play you? I've had so many problems trying to play this game, but once I get them started, that's just get them started. Once I get them started, I fall in love with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start a new Steam account. And the first 2 games I'm going to get for Steam are Phantasmagoria and Phantasmagoria 2. And am I going to play the shit out of them? You're damn right I am. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.